Well, hello there. Okay, so um, live stream number one. Never done this before. I am getting ready to go to bed, and one of the things that I thought about was one thing I missed about having a significant other in my life. I don't miss it very often, but when I do, one of the things I do miss is pillow time. Being able to talk about how the day went and what you found interesting, what you were able to process, what maybe you weren't able to process. And so I thought maybe we could do some of that together as we get ready for some sleep. How does that sound? There we go. You see me? I'll figure that out. I kind of wanted it to look, like we were getting ready to go to bed. That's kind of got us looking like we're in a scary movie, doesn't it? All right, I'm working on all this. But here's the premise. So, um, uh, we watched the January 6th stuff today. Um, I was struck by um, clearly those men were a team. They were working as a team. It really fucking does just irritate me that nobody could just stand up to this guy. Like nobody just said, dude, you didn't win. No way now. No way in Hades. No way in the river Styx. I mean, there's just no way you won. Um, I mean, I guess there were people that were saying it, but somebody really needed to call him out on his bullshit and say, look, you can't do this. And tell him that he's, wasn't the most as powerful as he thought he was. Now there are a couple of things I did find interesting. Sorry, definitely getting ready for bed. The pardons that I found very very interesting. We are going to keep looking. We're going to keep on top of that. In fact, I was supposed to go through and write down. I know Gates was one of them, but there were one or two others that were mentioned. There's also some footage of Oliver Stone in that hotel. I forgot what they were calling it, the War Room. Idiots. I mean, the stupidity. I don't think it's actually stupidity. I think it is just straight up arrogance. I thought they thought they were gonna roll in there, they were gonna claim they won it, and that was the end of it. And nothing that's been going on in the last 4 years, on the left has really given them any indication of why they wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, we just sort of, well, to them, they thought we just took it. Well, that's not what happened. Um, but we claim to be, the side of the underdog, and our beliefs come from a code of morals, and all of the things that we do stem from those. So it's really kind of hard as a Republican to come in and go, "What? You want to feed hungry children?" I mean, without just sounding like a complete and total creep, right? But there used to be a time, and it wasn't so long ago, when Democrats and Republicans, sure, they disagreed on a lot of stuff, but for the most part, they disagreed on how we were going to do it. They didn't disagree on it, on whether the problem existed at all. Now, there's always been the rift between the left and the right about what they like to call, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, I always forget the name of it because it's almost an insult when they say it. Um, anyway, um, your social your social welfare programs, right? Um, the Republicans, don't believe in that. That's the way, typically they don't believe that you help somebody that way. You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, feed him for his life. Um, supposedly, um, if they are staying true to any of their tenets and morals of who they claim to be, um, there's merit in some of their arguments. But at this point, it's just about owning the libs. And they have tried so hard to own the libs and basically do the opposite of everything that we want to do. And it's actually gotten them to the point where they're like, am I am I rooting for Russia now because I hate Joe Biden so much? Like that's gotta go. That I know that's gotta be going contrary to everything inside you. Because for so long we grew up with the Cold War, we just didn't trust Russians. And now all of a sudden our president trusts Russia more than he trusts his own intelligence agencies. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot wrong with that. So, um, I will be watching. I will be watching these hearings very closely. I will not always be yawning like this, um, but I may be yawning because it is a political pillow talk show. We are going to be doing our last little um, contemplation before we um, settle out for settle in for the night. So I just wanted to introduce myself briefly. I'm Leslie. I will be um, your uh, your your fellow political um, person to converse with at the end of the evening if you don't have anyone else to talk to. No one else I know really cares as much about all this stuff as I do. So um, here I am. I have no idea how to do any of this stuff. I'm going to be learning how to do all of it on the fly. But I figure if I don't start now, I'll never start. So, holy crap, I've been talking for 10 minutes. I have no idea how, and I have no idea about what. But, and it's been all over the place. But I will go back to what I said in the beginning. I think the most important thing we learned is number one, they were going to, the Justice Department, the AGs were just gonna en masse just walk out. That's huge. I remember hearing about that. So that made the news back when it happened. So it was a real surprise to find out about that. But uh, then the but there had been some teasing about some of the people that wanted pardons. Matt Gates was the one that I heard specifically. There are just so many reasons I want Matt Gates to be ineligible to hold office. He is unqualified for more reasons than I can count on two hands. Um, So we'll look at that. Now they postponed them. So what that kind of tells me is a few other people saw some people testify and they may be in the ringer now and they're going, well, shoot, if you went down there and testified, I'm gonna go down there and testify. So and who knows what's gonna happen. Um I'm just about 10 minutes now. So I'm gonna find some music that we can maybe talk to that's not overpowering. I'm gonna get a better light situation, or maybe I'll just keep on my regular lights while we're talking, and then I can shut everything off before I go to bed. So, um, if anybody sees this, if anybody's interested in, uh, I don't know if we can do a call in and we can do like a little conversation or what we can do. This can be our show. We'll make it together. I just you know just got my laptop and I like to play with my toys. So um, I will also one of the main reasons that I have been doing things much more electronically lately is I was in an accident in 2022, and so I am a paraplegic, and so I get around in my wheelchair. Um, it I get around pretty well, so not a whole lot's changed. I mean, a lot's changed, but life's still good. I'm still optimistic most of the time, and we just take it one day at a time. And I thought maybe talking politics at night could maybe uh, help me get my mind off of me for a while, if you know what I mean. So join me here. I might try to stream tomorrow. I may just use this as kind of um, a kind of journal, and maybe nobody ever sees it, but um, this is me. Um, and if you liked it, I'm not really sure why. It's kind of a mess today. No train of thought, but I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'll figure out how to like bring stuff in and show you what I'm doing and be able to do all of that stuff. I'm trying to do that through Twitch. And I know I'm on YouTube now. So I know I've got a lot to learn. Bear with me. That's why I picked something real simple, like just a little pillow talk before we go to bed. So everyone sleep well, take care, hug someone, and love yourself.